Okay, so this should be super easy, super fast. It's super early prototype, so it doesn't look good at all. It was more me
Dinged
playing
already.
around. What's that?
Is dinged already. Negative points.
It is basically a first-person shooter style. It's almost like, well, I don't want to get into comparing it to other games. Actually, we
Is
can
this
talk
a
about that
Go
after.
board that you're on top of?
Yes. So the idea of this game is you start with 4 cards in your hand and 4 cards down. On each turn, you play one and take the top action, and pick up one and take the bottom action.
Okay.
And you can you start with 3 ammo, which is the black counter, 4 life, and every time you land a hit on an opponent, you do a damage to an opponent, you gain a point.
Okay.
You can also gain a point by moving on to this space in the middle. If you stay on that space in the middle, you can get a point, but you can only get a max of 1 point from that space per turn. Beyond that, we have these 4 spots to upgrade your weapons. So your weapons, you start with 3 dice, and every time you upgrade, you get 1 more die. And
Okay.
when you shoot, you roll whatever dice you have, and for now, it's going to be multiples of 9 is a hit. So if you get 9, it's 1 hit. If you get 18, it's 2 hits, and so forth. In the future,
Is there
I
a
am
limit?
planning to do like half stars. So if you roll a half a star, 2 half stars makes 1 hit.
Is there a limit to how many times you can upgrade your weapon?
Yes, you can have a max of 6 dice. And in theory, it is possible if you have all 6 dice unlocked, you could kill somebody with 1 roll, but it's extremely unlikely. You pretty much have to roll all 6s. You would have to roll all 6s.
I've seen how all of us roll on the channel. That won't happen.
So the cards you have are mostly straightforward. Either move 1 space or move 3, move 6. You notice the move 6 has no effect on the bottom. So once it's down, in order to get it back, you have to take an action of pulling it back without actually getting any benefit. So there's a cost for that. You do have reloads. I am toying with that. I'm not sure how well the reload thing works because doesn't seem like you need to reload that much. But it may be different with 2 players.
Is movement is like each one just an intersection?
So yeah, for the temporary board, it's each like set of 4 squares is actually going to be 1 square. So in the future, I will clean that up.
Okay.
Now I had changed. No, the rock points aren't working anymore. I have to fix that. I had it so it would only lock to the center of each set of 4 squares, but for some reason that's gone. Now I haven't figured out the rules for 2 players, but I think it makes sense if I'm gonna be pink, you should be blue, so we're opposite.
Probably.
And then I guess we can just roll all 3 dice to each to see who's first. I rolled an 11.
$14.
So you are first.
Okay, let me arrange my cards. All right, and then it's play one first before pickup, right?
Yeah. Play one, do the top action, then pick one up and do the bottom action.
So I'm going to start with the move 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that upgrades me to 4 die then, right?
Yes, it does. Okay.
And then pick up. Pick that up to move 3. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, yes, I did not explain shoot versus melee. Shoot, you can shoot straight in a straight line, orthogonally only, any distance you want. However, melee, you have to be in an adjacent space. You cannot shoot from an adjacent space, though. You have to be more than one space away.
Okay. But either way, you're rolling the same die.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, wait, no, sorry. Melee is an auto hit.
Oh, okay.
Just one hit. I'm gonna do... Yes, I will do that. Move 3. 1, 2, 3. And then move 3. 1, 2, 3. And I get an extra die. Oh, I did not mention the health. So your health is these red things. Every time you lose a health, it can go on the card here.
Okay.
You can spend 1 to ignore damage, spend 3 to get an extra turn. And then those are out of the game once you spend them. So it's like the more damage you take, the more you unlock the potential for ability. But the extra turn, you never get if you actually have already spent for ignoring damage.
All right. So play, and I need the top. Okay.
Oh, one other thing I forgot. I'm forgetting a lot for being my game that I designed. Is these chips are to go on the spaces. If you did this action, you put it next to the space, so you know you cannot go use that same space again to upgrade.
Ah, I gotcha. Makes sense. Okay. So we're going to move 1 there. So it gives me a point here.
Yes.
Point. And then I'm going to shoot and move 1. If my die will cooperate. Okay, and then roll. 13.
So 1 hit, which will get you another point.
And then I get to move 1.
Yes.
And then, this was the, no, what, ammo right here, this one.
Yes. What am I doing here? Okay, so...
So with movement, say that move 6, do I have to use all 6, or could I use 5 of the 6?
You do have to use all 6.
Okay.
I am realizing a few limitations on 2-player that I definitely have to revise if we play 2-player. But I could do that. It's not great. Oh, I don't have... You're actually in a very good position.
Mm-hmm.
This makes it very hard for me to do anything.
Yeah, once I figured out where I was like, I only need to move one to put myself in a good spot. Hence why I asked if you had to move like the full amount for a card.
Yeah.
Because I'm assuming we all have the same cards.
Yes, we do. For now. I'm definitely going to play around with asymmetry in the future. Okay, so I'm just going to do a move 1.
What actually would be really cool is if you had like 4 or 5 cards up at the top where you can, as like community cards, where you can take your card and throw it up there, but you're going to lose out on it for a while because somebody else has the option to taking it.
Yes. No, move 1. So what I was playing around with the idea for the future is like make it so I actually do it. Half of these spots are upgrade your weapons, and then the other ones are swapping a card with a display. But the idea was just to test the core concept.
Oh yeah.
And then build on it.
Okay. So we're gonna move 3. 1, 2, 3. Gives me another point, right?
Yes. I'll have to figure that out. See if that is about right. But
Then I'm gonna pick that up.
oh, which one did you pick up?
The move 6.
Oh, okay. What I'm gonna do is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I get a point. And I'm gonna do a shoot and move. So I will roll my 4 dice. I get a 15, so 1 hit. And I will move here.
Can you move through a player?
No.
So I'm going to drop my move 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's me on. That.
Interesting.
And then I move through the middle. I'm going to pick up this guy. To go here.
So I realized I made a mistake in that I have no movement in my hand. Or actually down... Or any movement that I can actually use down below, either.
Which I'm naturally assuming you can just play a card to
Right.
play
Well,
a card and not...
I can like play this no effect card and pick up my no effect card. Okay.
Alright, so I'm going to reload. Pick up this guy.
Okay. Do I want to do that? Huh. That really didn't help what I did the last one. But what I'll do is I'll move 6. 1, 2, 3, or what was here? Oh, here. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, you might be able to shoot me twice if I do that. But that's alright.
Okay with that.
I'll take the risk. I will just do a normal shoot. And I get 9, so I barely hit you. Oops. But I did get... Oh, I did... Should have more points. I should be at 3. Oh, wait, I hit you twice, and I stepped on this thing twice, so I should be at 4. Yeah. And the game ends... No matter the number of players, the game ends when the first player is knocked out. Then you just figure out your score.
Alright. So top, no effect. And the bottom. I'll take this one. We'll shoot. All 5 die and roll 10.
Okay. So I get 1 hit. Hmm. I am going to do a reload 1.
Oh, I forgot to mark. There.
And a shoot and then move. So that didn't. I flipped rather than rolled, so that doesn't count. Although that would have been nice. I did get 1 hit.
Okay.
Then I'm moving 1.
I keep forgetting now.
Which is going to be over here.
Alright, we're gonna play this move 3. 1, 2, 3. And then we're gonna do a shoot and move. $17, so that's just 1 hit.
Yep.
And then hold on, because I might take an extra turn.
Okay.
Sure, why not? Let's take an extra turn. So I gotta move first. We'll move there. So we use these 3. Take my extra turn. Just move 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we're going to melee you.
So I will spend 1 of my life from here to ignore the hit, but you still get the point.
Ah, I just picked up. What did I? That was this one. And I got a point for shooting you on
Yes.
this time.
So I'm just going to go all out on you then. So I'll do a melee and a melee.
Okay.
Oh, actually, you spent all your 3 for your extra turn, so
Yeah, that would be it.
that's
right?
it.
Okay.
So that's the game. What are your thoughts on it?
For not even alpha yet. It seems functional at this point. It's got a lot of fine tuning in there, much like any game at this point, though. But I think functionally it's there.
No, I did kind of play it through by myself with 4 players, and it's a felt very different, but it's hard to say because I was playing by myself. With 2 players, it's definitely a lot more. You have to think through what you're doing. With 4 players, it's chaos.
Yeah, and I think really you'll get a completely different play experience either way. So, that could be a good or a bad thing, depending on which space you really want it to end up in. If you want it more chaotic or versus more strategery.
Right.
But
I'm
yeah, I think core wise it's there. I think I would definitely add in, you know, communal cards that you can trade in and out. I think that would be a really good addition to it.
Yeah.
Like this is almost set up as a learn to play section, and then add that as a once you know how to play the game.
Yeah. So, well, one thing I'm thinking is the bullet count thing doesn't serve a purpose. I don't think people are going to be running out of bullets, really.
Yeah, I think the reloading is almost unnecessary.
Mm-hmm.
Just for the fact that you're tracking 3 things at this point. That's, I think, one too many. Actually, no, you're tracking 4 things. So you're tracking your points, your health, ammo, and then your little circle things to how you're using them. So you're doing that also on top of card management. Cut out that reload.
Mm-hmm.
Even a 2-player where there might be possibly used more, I didn't see it.
What do you think of the card mechanic?
The card mechanic's good. The card mechanic's really good. It's a good functional way to use multi-use card on that. Like you had that chart and you're like, oh, I can't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
And it's designed to punish you that way at times.
Yeah. So I got to figure out what to replace the reload options with. That might be just more movement abilities, but
Yeah, I would say too. You know, it'd be a really cool option there. Also on your little circle use thing would be, I don't know what value would be to straight up swap cards that you have out between your hand and what's out, like spend 2 spheres to, like, I mean, you are sacrificing a lot to do that, but that sets you up possibly for the next round.
I like that. Yeah, that's a good idea. I will.
And it's a punishing one too to do that because you're spending a lot of a super finite resource to hopefully do that. But if the person moves and does something that you didn't expect, you may have done that for nothing.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But yeah, I think you got a good core of a game. It's just, I mean, design wise, it's there. You just gotta spend some time. Yeah, spend some money on an artist or something.
Oh yeah. I mean, this is just like 2 hours of playing around in Tabletop Simulator so far.
Yeah, it's better than anything I would have put together.
Well, yeah, I'm glad to hear there's some potential in there. Hopefully, I can develop it a little further. I definitely want to try it with 4 before I start any serious development.
Yeah, and that's a game, even with 4 people, I think you could probably pump a game out if everyone knows how to play it. This is a 20-minute game.
Yeah. Okay.